begin with the end in mind and to know your outcome. And one of the key points is to understand the range of options that you might have, range of options that your client might be able to consider, and know what your upper limit is or your lower limit is, and also to know when and if you can walk away from. Well, the example I used in the presentation today is about being specific when you can, and if that's your number and you work for that particular number, then hold on to that for all you've got, yet recognizing that we're looking really for a win-win. So when you can take a look at a range of options and a range of ideas, or some flexibility, there is the law of requisite variety, where flexibility does help to rule the system. So it's valuable to take a look at the specifics and to understand a range of what is acceptable to you, and so that you can negotiate. Many folks, especially when they're new in business, feel that they need to win every negotiation or win every sales deal, and that puts the salesperson or the consultant at a bit of a disadvantage, because they're looking to win at all cost. Whereas when one can come with the frame of mind that there is a time when it may be necessary to walk away, it takes the pressure off, I think, for the person who's doing the negotiating, the consultant in this particular case, and provides more options for consideration. And knowing that if you're not getting a good result from the conversation, that you can actually walk away. You can walk away and come back another day, come back another time, try again next year, or try a different approach. There were two goals. One was to imagine success in the future and take a look at the positive side of coming through a successful negotiation or reaching a particular goal. And there's something powerful about imagining oneself having completed something, because once we can see ourselves in the picture of success in the future, it makes it easier for us to find alternatives when things get rough or the road gets rough. So it's kind of like running a marathon. Sometimes the road gets rough, so you have to decide whether you're going to keep going or whether you're not going to keep going. And when you can imagine what the end looks like or what the end feels like, or sure. So it's a technique that I adore, and it's very easy, because it's a matter of realizing where you are and understanding that one can become more broad and general and less specific as one chunks up. And in the process of chunking up and becoming less specific, that it's easier to find areas of agreement. And then once one finds an area of agreement with our client, then we can chunk down with the client only as quickly as the client continues to be in agreement with our presentation. So it's the opposite of how consultants perhaps want to just sell their stuff. It gives you a starting point of where to sell. So starting with a common ground of where the client is interested on a general basis, and then taking them down into the details of how your proposal fits within that bigger picture.